Beautiful day in the neighborhood here in Ohio. About 50 degrees. Boat's in the shop. Quick update on that. New lower unit is in order. Potentially $6,000 to fix that thing. I'm looking at the SEI, stern drive stuff. But pretty good chance that I'm going to be bank fishing for a while. Anyway, have an insurance claim in. Whether they want to be gracious enough to cover that, we shall find out. It's down at Freedom right now. So I have one rod, one reel, and a lure lock roll up full of baits. We're gonna go fish. Sorry about the diesel noise there, guys. We're gonna go fish a highly pressured lake. I guess you call it a chain around my area. The 650 strip mines. A couple ponds I want to hit, at least one. I'm thinking there about my lure lock roll up left in the house. Gotta go get that. Let's do that. All right, so here it is. The lure lock roll up full of baits. Kicking it old school today, everybody. Bank fishing, one rod, one reel, and again the lure lock roll up here. Day pack, packed with the only baits I have here in my house. The rest of them are in my boat. So I'm gonna go over to my dad's, pick up the one rod I'm taking, which is the Stratic 2500 Poison Adrena 611 medium heavy. Just for the simple fact that I haven't caught a fish on that rod yet. Matter of fact, I haven't caught a fish for 2021. Make that happen. Let's do it.
Gotta get your arms way up in a cat and set the hook on smallmouth bass, and then you'll understand. Gotta get your hands on a Shimano reel and a G-Loomis rod. I bet you like what you feel. Step on the deck, give it a whirl. Hello, welcome to my world.
As I mentioned, guys, we're out here at the 650 strip mines in Lawrence County, Ohio. We're out here trying to catch the fish, get on the board for 2021. I have a shaky head on my rod right now. Again, we're kicking it old school today, baby. We're doing one rod, one reel, and I'm packing my lure lock roll up here with some baits. I just threw a bunch of stuff in here. My boat is in the shop, you guys know that. But what I'm going to do is take this with me. I've packed a lot of different things that I had at my boat, or had that's not in my boat. So I have a few things that I think was going to work. I have a shaky head tied on right now. I really don't think that I want to do that. I'm going to tie on a wacky rig, flick shake with a Jackal tungsten weighted wacky rig or wacky hook on it on this rod. I'm going to walk around these ponds, see if I can't put one on the board. Maybe find a big one. There's a big spawner flat back in this area right here in this pond. I don't think they're going to be on the nest right now. It's a little too early for that. However, they might be up here cruising. We can see them. If I can see them, we can catch them. Let's do it. Got a excuse me, Jackal 3/32 ounce tungsten weedless wacky hook. I personally like a weighted wacky hook more than a weightless one. I just feel like they catch more fish, especially with the flick shake that I'm going to put on here. It has a lot of action to it. Do a good job of packaging these things twice. I have no clue why they put these in two packages before, but hey. So there it is. You can see. Get away from the truck there. Maybe you can see it a little better. Weedless style. So you already know, Jackal 4.8 inch flick shake. This is what these worms are actually designed for, was wacky rigging them. Take my non-tied on wacky rig here, put it on my hook or my line in just a second. But I'm going to roughly find the center of that. Man, it has phenomenal action in the water. Tie this on my rig here. Like I said, we're just out here beating around the bush trying to find some fish. Again, I'm not even on the board for the 2021 fishing season, so I'm going to remedy that today. Water temperature out here is fairly chilly, I would imagine. Didn't get near enough wraps on that. I would imagine that this is one of the most pressured fisheries that I have around my area. In fact, I passed some people camping coming out the road. So there it is, a weighted wacky rig. Let's go see if it works. Oh, there's a bass right there. I don't know if you guys can see that bass right there. Let's make this one cast, one catch. Let's do this. Oh, he is scared boy. He is out of there. You guys could tell the water clarity down here is phenomenal for this early in the year. Little baby bass right there. I don't know why he's not in the mood to eat. Normally those little bass right there will absolutely annihilate something. So, oh, he's not hungry. But as I was saying, put my wrap down here. I feel like it's gonna be tough to catch a fish out here because the water clarity is so good and it is highly pressured. You talk about catch a fish in a spot like this, you're going to have to get some finesse techniques out, something that I haven't seen for a while or if ever. Again, I know you can see how clear that water is. It is amazingly clear. Got some timber. You think they'd be holding fish. Hopefully you guys could see that on the video a minute ago. That little bass was a little, he wasn't a giant. He's probably a pound maybe. Got some grass in the water. Comes out, there's a flat, and then it drops way off. There's a couple bass right there, little babies. Normally these bass, oh, there we go. Oh, missed him. Man, he was hungry. That joker right there was hungry. Let's see what we got now. All right, let's walk around. One, swing and a miss. Another thing you gotta watch for in this area right here where the water, or in these ponds and stuff where the water is absolutely so clear, is that if you can see them, they can see you too. We do have a little bit of wind cover here blowing on top of the water now, so a ton of frogs in this pond. See what we got out here by this tree. Doing a little sight fishing here. Water super clear. So much live bait, cups and stuff in the area that it's probably hurting my chances to catch one on artificial. But we'll give her a go anyway. Had a hold of a stick. I think one of the keys is going to be here is making really long casts where they can't see you. Not too many spinning rods on the reels on the planet that I know cast halfway across a little pond like this, or all the way across it. There's a Vanford 2500 with 15-pound test, Super Slick V2 and Onyx Power Pro. Again, this is a weight that I'm using a 3/32 ounce, so it's not giant by any means. I don't know, I haven't got a sniff on, well, I had the one bite, but I saw that fish on this flick shake. Might be time to switch it up. I got some Zoom speed crawls in there. Put them on a, like, I'm not kidding you guys, I'm kicking it old school today. I have lead weights with me. I haven't fished lead in a couple years, but I got some. Trying to fish slow because I know this water's just cold, but I saw that fish come up and hit this one a second ago, and he covered a ton of water. Quick, he wanted to eat it, and then he bit it, and I couldn't capitalize. Get around there. I don't know if I can get there from here, because there's a rock wall right up here. Looks like there's a trail that goes to it, but you definitely ain't going through it unless there's a way up and around it. I ain't not interested in going swimming today. Oh, you might be able to get through that way. I think you can. Oh, there's a bass right there. If you guys can see it right on the edge of that. Swimming right there on top. Oh, that scared me. There's a giant grass carp right there. There's a bass right here in this bush too. It looked to be relating to trees. Alright, I'm gonna have to get myself psyched up for this one. Get around this rock wall right here. There is a very minuscule trail. Looks like you step here on this tree root and over there and then up over the little hill, and then I'm scot-free at that point. But I got a lot of stuff in my hand here. Let's see what happens. No broken rods, no splish splash. I was taking a bath, and I'll consider that a win. Make sure there's not anything in this cave right here that's gonna eat me. Nope, doesn't look like. Well, that scared the bejesus out of me, but I think it was just a carp. We almost made it. Anything for the vid. Wow. Alright. That was quite the adventure. These fish are skittish as heck, but golly, there's a pile of bass back here. Little babies, but hey. Oh, golly. Try it again. Oh, first bass for 2021. The strip mines. Look at that little baby right there. Man, it's been a journey. It has been an absolute journey for the 2021 fishing season already, and he is not a giant by any means, but boy am I happy to catch him. Had some bad luck this year. I have a feeling I'm gonna be able to sit here and catch a bunch of them. They're stacked up in here. Hopefully you guys can see those 3 or 4 bass right there. There's 5 sitting there, 1 cruising there, 1 over there. But thanks, buddy. I have a few bites. I caught one. I don't know that I run anything smaller than I got. Let's try Texas rigging a sink or a baby brush hold. So I'm gonna put this wrap through the test today, guys. Laying this thing down on the ground, letting grass and stuff get all over it, because I want to show you guys when it's all over, when I get done with this thing, all the sticks and things that are on it. And we're going to show you the proper way to clean it off, how to get back on the road. Here's my, all right, so I didn't bring any pegs with me, so we're gonna got Gamagatu, probably a 1/16 ounce lead weight, and we're going to try throwing the tiny brush hog, which got a little bit more action to it. Mess that knot all up. Oh yeah, this is a dream come true here in the strip mines. Look at that little thing. I don't know. It might work. Got a 3/0 hook. It's a little too big. Need a 2/0. We'll try to make it work. There it is. Secret weapon. Hit it with the JBs. Had that in my pocket. Oh, jeez. Yeah, nope. Also forget to catch those bigger ones. They are Audi 5000. I feel like the only way you're going to catch one of those big little long casts with a topwater bait in the summertime, early in the morning or late at night. And they're not horses by any means. Like, we're just out here trying to catch a fish or two. It's really frustrating though. Come out here trying to catch one. I got one in the bucket, but again, I knew what I was getting into. Fishing the most pressured lakes in the area, no doubt. And I've got one, so that is not a major catastrophe in anybody's book. All right, guys, so there you have it. First pond down, 1 bass. Not bad. First fish for 2021 for me on the board. Don't have my boat. We're out here fishing some really high pressured lakes. I'm gonna hit one more and potentially just a few spots around one. There's not a whole lot you can walk around. But there's one up here, if there's not a car parked in it, you have to walk down over the bank to get to it. It's a pretty good jaunt, but I feel like that's gonna be the place where we can catch some bigger bass, because not a lot of people are gonna walk down there to it. And it's not very well known. And again, the fish I caught a little while ago was on a 4.8-inch Jackal flick shake and cola collar on a Jackal wacky head, tungsten wacky head 3/32. So let's go see if we can get number 2. All right, guys, I said I was going to head back to the second pond here. I've driven out all the way out the road here, and there's literally a car parked at every pond around through here, including the one that I wanted to fish that I didn't think anybody really knew about. But we caught bass number 1 for 2021. The monkey is off my back. The curse is lifted. Now if I can get my boat back, as again, guys, I mentioned before, I got an insurance claim going on right now. I hit something, if you guys are just now joining my channel, I hit something a few weeks ago in my Stratus, and it absolutely wrecked the lower unit. Apparently, according to the mechanic that is working on my boat, the gimbal gear basically exploded, and when I hit something, and then it causes the forward gear, or whatever it's called, the more forward gear there, to disintegrate as well, and it then chewed up all the bearings in there. So we're looking at a new lower unit. I'm looking anywhere between $1,000 on the low end, and that's to buy a SEI lower unit, which I don't know anything about. They have a 3-year, no questions asked, basically. That's against abuse. You hit a rock, you hit a stump, whatever, you tear the whole thing off. If your motor's still good, within the 3 years you buy it, they will ship you a brand new one, and you can bolt it right up on your motor, which I think is a great deal. Second option is to rebuild the one that I have now, and that's like $4,000. And the worst case scenario is that I have to have a whole new lower unit. That we're looking at about $6,000, $6,200 with labor and all. It's pretty crazy, but I'm out here doing some fishing, trying to not to go crazy. It is the first day really of my spring break. Last year I had my truck that I'm driving right now. Luckily it's up on the road, or up and running. But this year it's my boat. Misty and I had plans to go to Chick or Lake St. Clair, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, first bass for 2021, pond hopping in really pressured lakes here on 650 in Lawrence County, Ohio. There are literally cars passing me, it seems like every 3 seconds. This little gravel road is like a 4-lane highway. But anyway, fish are pulling up. Hopefully I can get my boat back before the week's over, which I don't look for to happen. But if it does, I'm going to get out. I'm going to go out with Brandon Buckner one day. I'm even going to go out and make a video at Shorty's Pay Lake catfishing with my dad. So that's going to be a rather interesting adventure. So guys, appreciate you sticking around for this episode of On Another Line. My name is Tyler. A lot of people ask about the intro song. The intro song is my song called My World. You can find it on all popular media sites, Apple, Google Play, you name it, it's out there. But anyway, guys, we're out here in search of giants. If you can, get out there and lean on them. We'll see you next time on Another Line.